All right, RFK Jr.'s Make America Healthy Again agenda has a new celebrity spokesperson. He made his big debut tonight in a Super Bowl ad, and he probably needs no introduction. Watch.
We're the most powerful country in the world, and we have the most obese, fudgy people. Something has to be done about processed food in this country.
Joining us now is the only comedian we can find on Super Bowl Sunday who was not invited.
Doing me dirty at the very beginning.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I'm saying
you called me and you begged me. You said, hey, this is a personal favor.
To be honest, it was either that or you were going to go to the Kid Rock show. So we were like,
we need to save you.
We had to save you.
We should have had him go to the Kid Rock show and send one of our crews with him so we could have him do a live shot for us.
I was watching it live, and
you were the one?
I was the one.
I saw on YouTube there was like one person streaming it. So.
And there was like 100 people on either side. It seemed like it was a very small studio setup. I know we'll talk about it later. But.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about realfood.gov. Why Mike Tyson?
This is a layup for you, I hope.
Oh, do you want me to say something about what he eats?
No.
Okay, no jokes on that.
Don't make that joke.
I will not make that joke. Okay, well, first I want to say I think it's okay to say people should be eating healthy.
Yes,
I think that's
not
a good
processed
thing.
food.
Not processed food,
we can all
especially
agree on
processed
that.
meats. There's been tons of studies on them, and it's not great for you. But Mike Tyson as the spokesperson is very, very strange. And the other thing about this ad was it was directed by the same director of the
Melania movie.
The Bribe, the Melania, the Bribe, the Amazon
also
Bribe.
famously features in the Epstein files.
Yes, Brett Ratner. So I think it's a strange choice, but like kind of like Kid Rock doing the halftime show and all the people that are around Donald Trump. It was somebody who was relevant, like in the 80s and the 90s, and now they're like looked at as the biggest star in MAGA world because they have this name appeal. But it's a little bit strange that it's Mike Tyson, and I'm going to throw out because he hasn't been that relevant lately.
Oh, that's why.
I'm not going to do an ear-biting joke. I'm not.
But he's also like not, and I don't mean it like in a bad way, but I don't know him to be kind of like a symbol of health and wellness at his age, right? I mean, like I think. For a variety of reasons, but he's not the kind of person that comes to mind as somebody who, at his age and at this.
I mean, he looks like he's in decent shape. But
no, he just boxed, last year. He was.
He can definitely still kick my butt. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I have no.
problem.
I'm not going to get into the ring with Mike Tyson.
Doesn't he eat a lot of raw stuff? And everyone in this administration wants people to like drink raw milk and stuff.
Well, that's exactly what RFK Jr. said that he was going to have for his Super Bowl meal. He said he was going to have. They asked him like if you're going to have the usual stuff like nachos and chips and what have you, and he said no, he's going to have meat and ferments.
Meat and ferments. Yeah. No,
actually, we do have the sound. Let's play the sound. Let's listen to this.
Super Bowl Sunday today is a snacking holiday in the U.S. You are as the CEO of Maha. What would you have as a Super Bowl snack?
I am on a carnivore diet, so I just eat meat and ferments. And I'm very happy with that, so I'm going to probably have yogurt.
I am a human being. I am a human being.
I like they gave him the title, the CEO of
a steak and yogurt? Is that basically
there's like a little Super Bowl party going on backstage, and there was a blender, and there was raw steak and yogurt, and we just threw it in the blender, had a meat and ferments.
Backstage here at our offices?
Your offices, yeah. You guys are a big meat and ferments
I feel like somebody should check RFK Jr. for scurvy.
No,
like, if that's all you eat.
And he had a little pause there where
I don't know.
He was like, I want to say something weirder, but I'm going to say something less weird. Like there was a pause where he's like, I can't really say what.
Yeah, exactly.
I would weird people out just a little bit too much.
And I also like the fact that he goes, I'm fine with that.
It's like, I'm all right. You can have a buffalo wing if you want. That's okay.
Like, I'm fine with that.
But I do want to say on a serious note, 2 weeks ago, we were at a Maha event. It was like a Maha convention where a lot of people who are big in the Maha world were speaking there. And Maha is kind of like a gateway drug for other conspiracy theories because there's like a conspiracy mindset to it. And we went to this, and there were these wellness influencers, and also there were people that were talking about like chemtrails and the 2020 election and things like that. And the people who were attending it, I was worrying like they might have come here like, oh yeah, I want to eat healthy. I don't want to eat processed food. and then you leave being like, what's coming out of the airplanes? And,
right, like the election was stolen.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly.
I came here because I don't want processed food, but I'm leaving with processed food, and 2020 was stolen.
And that is literally how the pipeline.
No, it is.
Yeah.
And I think it was like famously in like in 2020, I think a lot of people from the left kind of moved over with that.
Yes, I know people who
well, also
took that ride.
Does, right?
Yeah.
And well, COVID. I mean, COVID was also the COVID vaccine was also like a great gateway drug, if you will, into the conspiracy theories. And once you started thinking like, oh, the COVID vaccine has chips in it, and we're being tracked. Then it
emitting
just,
5G.
Yeah, and then it just opened this way to like, if they're doing that to us, then they're definitely stealing the election.
Right.
And we're eating processed food.
Right. And I do think as a rule, maybe don't take medical advice from somebody who swims in raw sewage.
Oh, don't even get us started on RFK's credentials.
You know, I really wanted to know why he wasn't eating whale. Because there was the famous story about him putting the whale on the roof of his car and like grossing out his daughter. I mean, grossing out anyone who heard the story, presumably. But that was on the menu at the time.
Well, you could throw that in the blender with the ferments and the
He didn't say
meat,
what meat.
Okay, exactly. It could have been, some whale blubber would be great in there, too.
Dolphin.
Yeah.
I suddenly don't feel so.
I was like, I'm hungry. Are you guys hungry? I'm hungry.
I want processed foods right about now.